Welcome, Class 9 students, to an exciting journey into the microscopic world of biology. Today, we are diving into the 5 kingdom classification and focusing specifically on Kingdom Monera. Get ready to explore the simplest yet most ancient forms of life on Earth. We'll start with the basics, then delve deeper into their unique features, ecological roles, and even their cutting-edge applications. Let's begin our adventure into the world of Monera. Ready to discover the tiny but mighty organisms of Kingdom Monera? Let's start with the fundamental characteristics of these amazing single-celled life forms. So, what exactly are monerans? Imagine organisms so small, you need a powerful microscope to see them, and they're made of just one cell. That's a moneran for you. They are called prokaryotic because, unlike our cells, their genetic material, or DNA, isn't neatly packed inside a nucleus. It just floats around in the cell. They are the oldest and most basic forms of life, essentially the pioneers of our planet's biodiversity. Think of them as the original architects of life on Earth. Now, let's look at their key features. Firstly, no true nucleus. Their DNA is in a region called the nucleoid. They are always unicellular, meaning a single cell does everything. They also lack membrane-bound organelles, that means no tiny organs like mitochondria or chloroplasts that you find in plant or animal cells. Most monerans have a protective cell wall, often made of a substance called peptidoglycan. And how do they multiply? Mostly through a simple process called binary fission, where one cell just splits into two. Examples include common bacteria like E. coli and the photosynthetic cyanobacteria, often called blue-green algae. They're super important as decomposers, recycling nutrients, and some even help produce oxygen. Time to test your understanding of Kingdom Monera. Here are 3 practice questions for you. Try to answer them based on what we've just learned. Take your time, think clearly, and jot down your answers. Good luck! Now that we've covered the basics, let's explore Kingdom Monera in more detail. We'll uncover their unique cellular structures, diverse ways of getting food, and their crucial roles in our world. Let's delve deeper into the cellular organization of monerans. While simple, they have specialized parts. Their genetic material is in a nucleoid, not a nucleus. They have ribosomes for making proteins, but they're smaller than those in our cells. A cell wall gives them shape and protection, and it's often made of peptidoglycan. A cell membrane controls what goes in and out. Many have flagella for movement, like tiny propellers, or pili for sticking to surfaces. Some even have a protective capsule. Monerans are incredibly diverse in how they get their food. Some are autotrophs, meaning they make their own food like photosynthetic cyanobacteria using sunlight, or chemosynthetic bacteria using chemical energy. Others are heterotrophs, getting food from outside. Saprophytes feed on dead matter, acting as nature's recyclers, while parasites live off living hosts, sometimes causing diseases. Monerans are found almost everywhere, from the deepest oceans to our own bodies. They're incredibly important for ecosystems. As decomposers, they break down dead organisms, returning vital nutrients to the soil. Certain bacteria are essential for nitrogen fixation, converting atmospheric nitrogen into a form plants can use. This is crucial for plant growth and, ultimately, for all life. They also play a role in bioremediation, helping clean up pollutants. In human health, while some cause diseases, many are beneficial, like the bacteria in our gut that aid digestion. Industrially, they're used to make food like yogurt and cheese, and even antibiotics. They reproduce mainly by binary fission, where one cell simply splits into two. But they also have ways to exchange genetic material, like conjugation, transformation, and transduction, which helps them adapt and evolve quickly. Monerans are incredibly adaptable, thriving in diverse habitats from extreme hot springs to our own bodies. Their roles are indispensable, from decomposing organic matter and recycling nutrients to fixing atmospheric nitrogen, making it available for plants. They are also crucial for human health, with beneficial bacteria aiding digestion, while others can cause diseases. Industrially, they're vital for food production and even antibiotic synthesis. Their primary mode of reproduction is binary fission, a simple splitting into two identical cells. However, they also exhibit fascinating mechanisms for genetic exchange, like conjugation, transformation, and transduction, allowing them to acquire new traits and adapt rapidly to changing environments. These processes are key to their survival and evolution. Now, let's test your deeper understanding of Kingdom Monera with 5 practice questions. These questions will challenge you to think about their structures, functions, and ecological significance. Read each question carefully and formulate your answers. Take your time, and remember to connect the concepts we've discussed. Good luck! Alright, let's elevate our understanding of Kingdom Monera. We are about to explore their profound evolutionary impact, delve into their distinct subgroups, and analyze their complex cellular machinery. Monerans hold immense evolutionary significance. They were Earth's first inhabitants. Their metabolic innovations, like oxygenic photosynthesis by cyanobacteria, fundamentally reshaped our planet's atmosphere, paving the way for more complex life. This connection is vital to the endosymbiotic theory, which suggests that mitochondria and chloroplasts in our cells originated from ancient prokaryotes. Kingdom Monera is divided into 2 major groups, Archaebacteria and Eubacteria. Archaebacteria are often extremophiles, thriving in harsh environments, and have unique cell wall compositions and membrane lipids. Eubacteria, or true bacteria, are found everywhere, with cell walls containing peptidoglycan. This distinction highlights deep evolutionary divergences within what was once considered a single kingdom. Let's look closer at the differences. Archaebacteria lack peptidoglycan in their cell walls, using pseudopeptidoglycan or other proteins, and their membrane lipids have branched hydrocarbon chains with ether linkages, making them incredibly stable in extreme conditions. They share some genetic machinery more akin to eukaryotes. Eubacteria, on the other hand, have peptidoglycan cell walls, and their membrane lipids have unbranched chains with ester linkages, similar to eukaryotes. They are the ubiquitous, true bacteria we commonly encounter. Beyond these, monerans have other specialized structures. Mesosomes, enfoldings of the cell membrane, were once thought to have various roles. The glycocalyx, a capsule or slime layer, protects them and aids in adhesion. Plasmids, small circular DNA, carry genes for things like antibiotic resistance, and endospores are highly resistant dormant structures that allow some bacteria to survive extreme conditions. Monerans exhibit unparalleled metabolic diversity, making them crucial drivers of global biogeochemical cycles. In the nitrogen cycle, they convert atmospheric nitrogen into usable forms for plants, and then back again, ensuring nitrogen availability for all life. Similarly, they play key roles in the carbon and sulfur cycles, acting as decomposers, producers, and transformers of these essential elements. Their metabolic activities are fundamental to maintaining Earth's habitability. The widespread use of antibiotics has unfortunately led to a significant challenge: antibiotic resistance. Bacteria can develop resistance through mutations or by acquiring resistance genes via horizontal gene transfer, such as plasmids. This evolutionary arms race between bacteria and antibiotics is a major public health crisis, demanding responsible antibiotic use and the constant development of new antimicrobial strategies. It's time for a challenging set of questions to deepen your analytical skills on Kingdom Monera. These 7 questions will require you to compare, analyze, and connect various concepts we've discussed. Read them carefully, think critically, and articulate your answers thoughtfully. This is your chance to solidify your understanding at a higher level. Good luck! Prepare to push your boundaries. In this hardest level, we'll dive into the cutting-edge science of Monera. We'll explore their reclassification, advanced structures, survival in extreme conditions, complex communication, and their profound impact on our world and future technologies. The traditional kingdom Monera was revolutionized by Carl Woese's work, leading to the three-domain system, bacteria, archaea, and eukarya. Based on rRNA gene sequencing, he showed that archaea are phylogenetically closer to eukarya than to bacteria, despite both being prokaryotic. This molecular reclassification moved beyond morphology, revealing deep evolutionary divergences. Prokaryotic cells, despite their size, possess sophisticated structures. Biofilms, communities of bacteria encased in a self-produced matrix, offer protection from antibiotics and host immune systems, posing challenges in medicine and industry. Understanding their formation is key to developing anti-biofilm strategies. Endospores, highly resistant dormant structures, allow some bacteria to survive extreme conditions, impacting sterilization techniques. Finally, the CRISPR-Cas system, a bacterial adaptive immune system, has been engineered into a revolutionary gene editing tool, CRISPR-Cas9, with vast potential in biotechnology. Archaea are famous as extremophiles, thriving in environments lethal to most life. Thermophiles love heat, psychrophiles love cold, halophiles love salt, and acidophils alkalophiles tolerate extreme pH. Their unique adaptations, like thermostable enzymes, are invaluable for biotechnology, such as the polymerase in PCR. Bacteria also communicate through quorum sensing, producing and detecting signaling molecules called autoinducers. When these molecules reach a threshold, bacteria collectively alter gene expression, coordinating behaviors like biofilm formation, virulence factor production, and bioluminescence. Disrupting quorum sensing is a novel strategy to combat infections without inducing resistance. These insights are not just biology, they're engineering insights, showing how nature has solved complex problems. Horizontal gene transfer, or HGT, is a major evolutionary force in bacteria. Conjugation involves direct genetic transfer between cells via apiles, often involving plasmids carrying antibiotic resistance genes. Transformation is the uptake of naked DNA from the environment, allowing bacteria to acquire new traits from dead cells. Transduction is gene transfer mediated by bacteriophages, where viruses accidentally carry bacterial DNA from one host to another. These mechanisms allow rapid adaptation and spread of traits, including antibiotic resistance, across bacterial populations. Finally, the human microbiome, comprising trillions of bacteria and archaea, is a complex ecosystem within us. The gut microbiome, for example, aids digestion, synthesizes vitamins, and trains our immune system. Dysbiosis, an imbalance, is linked to numerous diseases. Manipulating the microbiome through probiotics or fecal microbiota transplantation holds immense therapeutic potential, highlighting Monera's profound and often symbiotic relationship with complex life. The legacy of Kingdom Monera, now understood as bacteria and archaea, is immense. They are the bedrock of life, driving global biogeochemical cycles and shaping Earth's environment for billions of years. Their study has led to groundbreaking discoveries, from the endosymbiotic theory explaining eukaryotic origins to the development of life-saving antibiotics. In modern times, their unique biology continues to inspire innovation. Extremophiles provide enzymes for industrial processes, quorum sensing offers new avenues for combating infections, and CRISPR-Cas, a bacterial immune system, has been engineered into a revolutionary gene editing tool. The ongoing exploration of the human microbiome reveals their critical role in our health and disease. From the simplest cell to complex biotechnological applications, Monera's impact is truly unparalleled and continues to unfold. Alright, here are the first 5 challenging questions to truly test your comprehensive understanding of Kingdom Monera, its reclassification, and its advanced biological and biotechnological aspects. These questions require critical thinking, synthesis of information, and the ability to connect diverse concepts. Take your time to analyze each one and formulate well-reasoned answers. Good luck with this deep dive. And now, for the final 5 questions, pushing your knowledge to the competitive edge. These questions demand a thorough grasp of the most intricate details, advanced mechanisms, and real-world applications of Monera. Think broadly, connect theories, and consider the engineering and medical implications. This is your ultimate test of understanding. Give it your best shot. And that brings us to the end of our incredible journey through Kingdom Monera. I hope you've gained a deeper appreciation for these microscopic marvels, from their fundamental biology to their profound impact on our planet and even cutting-edge technology. Remember, the world of biology is vast and endlessly fascinating. For more such engaging and in-depth educational content, make sure to visit synapse.omaps.in. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for regular updates and more exciting lessons. Keep learning, keep exploring, and keep your curiosity alive. See you in the next session.